So today we will start with the natures. Okay. Just before that, I have created one folder which is required for our training. Okay. So this folder will be uploaded, and whatever the mail IDs you have given, for all the mail IDs, I will provide the access to these documents. I will do that. Yesterday I didn't uh, start my system at all. So as I said that natural one configuration in your Windows system. Okay. So what I have done means I have deleted all the softwares what is required to do the practice. No, I have deleted from my system. What I will do is I have downloaded the software here, which is available, and all the along with the whatever it is required, I will do in front of you people. Okay, all the configuration and the software download and everything I will do in front of you people, so that it will be easy for you people to go back and you can configure. Okay, so what I did means I have removed everything what is there in my system. All the software has been removed. That also we do that. Hope you can able to see the my screen. So today we are starting with a natural programming language. Okay. So as you people know that what is a programming language, so no need to explain on that one. This is also which is so natural, which is developed by Software AG. Okay, and which is developed in around 1980s as on the mainframe platform. Okay, even though the mainframe platform is belongs to the IBM, but what we do is we will do a patch up from the software AG for the Nature and adabas. So Nature and adabas will come as a same package. Okay. So when it comes to same package means about the finance matter. Okay. When you go to the IBM products, how it will be means COBOL you need to pay, for DB2 you need to pay, VSAM you need to pay, or any other utilities or tools you are using, everything you have to pay separately. But when it comes to the software as a product nature, so it will come as a package. So nature and adabas will come as a package, and also what we do is they will give the buffer space also when they are giving the adabas also, so that for each and every time no need to pay the amounts. So that is the main advantage of software AG product Nature Adabas. See, most of the projects which is in the Europe, North America on the mainframe is using the Nature Adabas. Some of the projects in Australia also using the Nature Adabas. So examples are Nissan. Nissan have Nissan North America, Nissan Europe, Nissan Spain, Nissan UK. So like that, we have different divisions are there. So all the Nissan projects are using the Natural Database. More than 60% of the coding will be on the Natural Database. The 40% will be on the COBOL DB2. That will be there. Another thing is that in Australian police is the government department of police, NSW police. Also, they are also using the Natural Database only. And there's other banks which is using the Natural Database in Australia. And when it comes to the Europe, okay, Nordea, the Denmark bank, Nordea is there. So they are also using the natural database. Like that, many banks and many financial sectors are still using the natural database. See, this is not a dying technology. So software AG has bringing so many things, latest things on the natural database platform to avoid the mainframe editor. That is nothing but natural one. So we will see it going forward. So why we say it is as a very very much powerful, when compared with the COBOL. Okay, I just compare with the COBOL only because people who is from the mainframe background, it will be easy to understand. Okay, so why it is so powerful, efficient, reliable, and easy to use means, so when you're using the COBOL, okay, if you want to define a file, okay, we need to have a defined session and file session, okay, to define a file, and every time you need to read the file and you need to close the file. So much of coding is involved in the COBOL actually, as per I know. So in this particular natural case, when you are trying to read a file, that means that data set, okay, no need to open or no need to close. You just give the name of the file and you can start to use that one, okay, and no need to close that one. At the same time, if you are using the COBOL with the DB2, we need to define that different columns, and cursor concept is there, and we have that pre-compilation concept, and the binding concept, everything is there. That is not required when it comes to the nature. And also the coding is the top to bottom, just like a COBOL is the top to bottom coding only. And the number of lines of coding when compared with the COBOL is very simple. If you are writing 1,000 lines of COBOL coding, that means that it is in natural, it is going to be 300 to 400 lines of coding. You can able to reduce that. So that is how that natural will be easy to use, and it's very efficient when it comes to reading the database actually. So when it comes to the database using the adabas file, it will be very easy, and it is very powerful also when compared with the COBOL. And when it comes to the number of lines also, see, if the number of lines is getting reduced, automatically the compiling and the execution of the program is also will get reduced. And 4GM is, it's a fourth generation language. So software AG said that it is a fourth generation language. Why means, this particular natural database can be used on the mainframe version, or Unix version, or Linux version, or Windows version. So wherever you want, you can able to use that. It's not like a COBOL. Of course, in the COBOL also now we have got the micro focus, but before that, so it's not like a COBOL DB2 where we can able to use only on the IBM mainframe. But here we can use it on Unix platform, Linux platform, Windows and mainframe platform. So anywhere you can able to use that. And also we can able to connect with the web services also. This particular nature can be connected to web services, and also to interact with the front end also. We can able to do that one. So that's why the software is said that it is a fourth generation language. And also cross platform capability. So as I said that nature can be used on the different platforms. As I said that Unix, Linux, and Windows, and another thing is IBM mainframe. So now we are going to see on the Windows platform only. Support web-based application. As I said that support application means maybe your front end, okay, when you are working on a project, okay, and just assume that HDFC banking or ICICS banking, okay, where your front end is developed on the .NET or Java or whatever, okay, where you need to interact with the mainframe with your front end, okay, it will be easy for that one. Okay, nowadays we have different middlewares are there, the REST API, or NTRX. Normally, Nature we come up with NTRX actually, which is provided by the software AG. If not NTRX, the latest is nothing but people have started to use the REST API also as a middleware for the connecting between the mainframe system and the web front end. Okay, so it will be easy to support the web services applications. Easy to develop or deploy. Okay, so what is the meaning of easy to develop? As I said that when compared with the COBOL, if you are writing 1,000 lines of COBOL coding, if it is a natural database, it will be just like a 300 to 400 lines. Okay, so that's why it is easy to develop. And testing and debugging. Okay, testing and debugging. So when it comes to the testing and debugging, what will happen is, so suppose if you want to test that any COBOL program, you need to put the display statements, write statements, and do the compilation, pre-compilation jobs. You need to execute. Then on you can able to run the job. But when it comes to that compilation part, okay, if you're working on the mainframe, is a different compilation for the natural program. If you're working on the natural one, is a different. But I will show you that how the both will work. So the compilation part is very easy in nature. Just we need to give the command called c means compile. Okay, in the command line if you give the c, okay, it will automatically it will compile and it will give the all the syntax errors in your programs. For the same thing you need to do the job execution in COBOL. So that's why Nature is a fourth generation language and it is very powerful. Okay, which is when it comes to the programming language. See, what are the concepts we are going to see means, okay. Normally these are the main concepts within the Nature. Okay, so we can say that programs, subprograms, subroutines, copy codes. So these are the main concepts within the Nature. Okay, so if you see that there is a key concept is there and repeating the field counters are there. So IDA, PDA, GDA. So what is the idea? I will explain that, but I'm just giving the brief. So when you are working on a COBOL, you use the concept called copybook. Okay, so the copybook is nothing but where you are going to define your local variables in a copybook, and you use that copybook, use the copy code into your COBOL program. The same thing, the same type of concept is nothing but LDA or PDA or GTA. Okay, so what we happen means we define a LDA, okay, local data area, and you put all your local variables in LDA. Use the same LDA within your program to use the all the local variables. So another thing is that copy code. So there is another concept of copy code is there. So we have like subroutines, like where we can able to do the piece of code will be there. So we can put the some piece of code into the copy code, and we can call that piece of code into our program in the Nature. So like that. Okay, so when it comes to that windows or PF keys or maps, as I said that natural programming can be used as an online programming also. Okay, so for that one we need define a maps. Okay, map is nothing but it's a user interactive interface. Okay, we need to define a map. For the defining how we see that how we define the map. And pf key is nothing but okay, f1 is a help, f3 is back, f4 is nothing but update, f5 is equal to store, f7 f8 is good, pf7 pf8 is nothing but top to bottom, something like that. We can define the uh, pf keys also. Then there is something called libraries here. Okay, under the help routine where there is something called libraries. So this particular concept cannot be explained on the Windows version. Okay, it is very specific to particular projects. Actually the libraries is specific to particular projects. Okay, how it will be means I will give an example. Okay, one there is one project where we have a different libraries are there, like a prod 90. Okay, a prod 40, prod 45, prod 30, or something different libraries will be there. One set of programs will be in prod 45, one set of programs will be in prod 40, or one set of programs will be prod 90. Is nothing but is that these are the different libraries will be created in the mainframe, okay, environment. Okay, how it will be means suppose within your project you may have a different applications are there on the mainframe. What they will do is for set of application they will put all the programs in one library, they will put all the other set of application in the another library. Okay, so they define a library and they will put all the code, and whenever you are making the changes you need to logging into the particular library and make the changes. That is how it will work actually. But when it comes to the Windows version, as I said that natural, that is advanced natural version, there won't be any library concept like a prod 40 or 45 or something like that. Okay, if any people who knows about the Nissan project, you can able to see this concept, because Nissan is developed, very old coding where they are still using that different libraries will be there. So there is a feasibility that we can able to copy the program from one library to another library. If you want to test from one library to another library, you can do that one. There is a feasibility of that one. Okay, so that is the library concept. But now we cannot see that concept, but I can explain you that whenever I am doing that. And keys, so what is the meaning of keys means this is about the db2 actually. When it comes to the db2, okay, you have that primary key and foreign key concept is there, and you have that referent integrated. Okay, So if you define the primary key, how it will be. If you define the foreign key, how it will be. What is the relationship between the primary key and foreign key? All the things you have that one in a DB2. But here also we have the key concept is there for the adabas. That is nothing but a descriptor. We call them as a descriptors. Okay. So we see that how we define the descriptor, how you to use those descriptors. Okay. Okay. What is the relationship we can able to maintain the different adabas tables using these descriptors, we can able to see that one. Okay, that is the key concept actually. And another thing is that internal sequence numbers. Internal sequence number is nothing but this is also related to database concept. What is the internal sequence number is now whenever you are storing it one column into your table. Okay, internally what it will do means adabas will create a one sequence number just like in Excel sheet. Okay, how the Excel sheet will be there whenever you are typing that one Excel sheet will have the predefined numbers will be there. One, two, three column numbers are there. Just like that internal sequence number. So you insert one data into your database table, one internal sequence number will get generated. That is called ISN. Okay. So we will see that also. But this ISN cannot be visible as a user. Okay. If you read the database table, you can't see the ISN number actually. There is a way we can able to see the ISN number also. We see that. So repeating the fields. What I mean in repeating the field means maybe day before yesterday I gave one example. So particular person named called Babu, he has a multiple mobile numbers are there. So he want to store the multiple mobile numbers under the same column. Okay. So which is not possible in the RDBMS concept. Like or like DB2, if you see that, if I want to store the mobile number, so I need to define as mobile number one, mobile number two, mobile number three. Okay, like that. But whereas in adabas, what we can able to miss, we can define a multi-value field. You can use the multi-value field for the repeated columns. Okay, where you can able to give 190 plus occurrences, where you can able to store that one. And another thing is the counters. See, this is just like a counter concept. We have two types of counters are there in a natural also. So there is something called star number and star counters are there. So we see that when it comes to that counters, I will explain you people in the better way. So these are the main concept when it comes to the natural programming, which includes the adabas concepts also here. uh, Guys, any doubt, any questions?
You just for the ISN, could you please repeat that ISN?
ISN number. Okay, ISN is
Yes,
nothing
yeah.
but okay. You are from the mainframe background.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so in the DB2 is there. So whenever in the DB2 you are inserting a new data into a DB2, new column into a DB2. Okay, so whenever
Mhm.
you are inserting the column into the DB2, what will happen is uh, there is a automated number will be given to that particular column. That is the
Okay.
internal sequence number in Adabas. Okay, how it will be
Okay.
means. Now suppose I go to the Excel. See this, there's a one, two, three numbers are there. So these one, two, three numbers, who define these numbers?
Okay, it's automated. Okay.
Yeah, automated. Okay, so
Yeah.
you type something like this. Okay, but all the
Mm-hmm.
sequence numbers are there. Okay, but here you can able to see in the sequence, whereas in the Adabas it is not in the sequence actually. It will be
Mm-hmm.
auto-generated number, whether it may be a six-digit number or nine-digit, 10-digit number will be there. So that is based on the capacity which you store the data. Okay, so normally DBA people will define the ISN size actually. What happened
Okay.
means in my project initially the ISN number size is 6 actually. 6 is
Mm-hmm.
nothing but the maximum is 10x. Okay,
Okay.
maximum is 99x 9000 something like that, 99999. That is the maximum number. Okay, we have
Okay.
defined.
Yes.
Okay,
Right.
that is nothing but where you can able to store 99x of records into your database table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what will happen after one point of time? Okay, you have reached that 99 99x 900 something like that, all the 9999 6 nines you have reached that. Okay, what will
Mm-hmm.
happen in that time, okay, there's a two options are there, okay, as a DBA concept I'm telling, whether you can able to delete the existing rows, okay, so
Mm-hmm.
that whenever you're inserting a new data, you can that new columns can be reuse the existing ISN number if you
Mm-hmm.
deleted that. That is one concept in okay. Another thing is that no, I don't want to delete, I don't want to reuse that existing columns. Then what we need to do is we need to extend the ISN number, okay. So
Mm-hmm.
what the DBA people will do is in the back end, so instead of the six digit, they will make it as a 9 digits or 10 digits ISN
Right.
number. So 10 digits means it is like
Yeah.
999, all that nice. So the maximum data you can able to insert into your adabas table is that much data you can able to insert that one. So there are two
Yeah.
concepts.
Yeah. 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 That
So
auto
reuse
generation
of,
will be sequential, right?
see, it is not like it's in the sequential order, it will be generated
Okay.
automated order actually.
Okay. Okay.
It never get generated like in the Excel sheet like 1 2 3 4, like it won't
Yes.
get generated. So it will
Yeah. Understand.
automatically
Understand.
it will get generated actually. See where you can able to see your ISN number also. Okay, I will show you that how
Okay.
to see the ISN
Sure. Sure.
number when we are into that concept.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
But once you open the table, but it won't be visible. So you have to write
Yeah.
a
Understand.
separate query to get the ISN number.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions, guys? So these are the different objects in our nature, okay. So object is nothing but program, subprogram, like that, okay. So we have these are the different objects are there in the nature, okay. So at the time of doing your development activity, what you need to do is you need to create a program, okay. You need to create a subprogram. How it will represent, suppose I am giving one name to you, okay. So example, I am just typing on the notepad. Can you see that notepad?
Yes, Babu.
Yeah. So I have typed three names here. One is that ABC123 P1, ABC123 N1, ABC123 M1. Okay. So what will happen means by seeing this name itself, we can able to understand that what is this object. Okay, whether it is a program, whether it is a map, or whether it is a subprogram. Okay. As a natural programming, we can easily identify that whether it is a program or not a program. How we can able to identify means by giving this notation actually. Sorry. By giving the notation actually, if you see that program, okay, program is nothing but it's a sample executable program which we notated as a P, okay. When it comes to our example, okay, if you see that I have given ABC 123 P1 is a P1 is nothing but we can able to give P2 P3 P4 P5 something like that, okay. So P, if you see the P here, that is nothing but it's a program. And if you give the N and M is nothing but here if you see that n is a subprogram, okay. So whenever you're defining a new program name, a new subprogram name, a new map name or anything, what will happen means internally whenever it is getting created, the object will be symbolically it will represented as a P, N or S or C, something like that, okay, in the system, okay. So that is how a programmer can easily identify that what is that particular module. So program means P is nothing but is executable code, okay. So no need to explain what is the program. Another thing is that subprogram means N, okay. And inline subprogram, why we don't have anything means in the inline subroutine is nothing but how we can tell in the COBOL. Okay, there is something called paragraph is there, no? So we call it as a paragraph. Within the paragraph you write the piece of code, and you call that paragraph whenever you want to use that code in the COBOL program. Just like that, we can subroutine concept in nature. Okay, so now subroutine is nothing but we have the set of code will be there. The set of code will be written in that subroutine, and that subroutine will be called within the natural program anytime we want. So that's why we don't have this is Indian subroutine is nothing but that subroutine will be get created within the natural program. It will be used within the natural program. So that's why we don't have any representation. But there is something called external subroutine. Okay, we it will be represented as a yes. So what is the difference between the external subroutine and the internal subroutine means? So Indian subroutine means, so Indian subroutine is nothing but internally we create a one. I'm just bringing the COBOL terminology actually. Okay, so what we do means we define a paragraph, okay, within the COBOL program, and we use that paragraph within the COBOL program multiple times. Same way, the inline subroutine is nothing but internally we create a one subroutine within the natural programming, and you put the some piece of logic into that subroutine, and you call that subroutine whenever it is required in the natural programming. So that is the inline subroutine. So there is something called external subroutine. Same concept only. I will create a one paragraph. Okay, the paragraph name will be there. Okay, that paragraph will have the logic which can be used in the multiple programs. Okay, understand? The logic can be used in the multiple programs. Suppose you are calculating some tax, or you are calculating some total or something like that. It can be used in the multiple programs. What you can able to miss, you can define a subroutine externally. Okay, and just like a copy code. Okay, externally. And what we can able to do, we can able to do that piece of code into that external subroutine, and you can use that subroutine whenever you want to use that. So that is the concept of external subroutine, which is defined outside your program, not inside your program, outside your program. And you can able to call that external subroutine whenever you use that. So that is the external subroutine. So you got that difference between the inline subroutine and external subroutine. So this is the people who want to prepare for the interview. This is one of the best question actually. Inline subroutine and external subroutine, what is the difference between the inline subroutine and external subroutine? So inline subroutine is nothing but which is defined and used within the same natural programming. External subroutine is which is defined the outside of the natural programming. It can be called in the multiple natural programs. So that is the external subroutine. So that is the difference between that. So external, that's why we external subroutine have the yes, and also copy code. Sorry. See, copy code is also nothing but just like our copy books in our COBOL actually. And also in the copy code also what will happen means we have the same type of between the external subroutine and the copy code. What will happen means the same thing will be there. Okay, same type of pattern. Okay, how the external subroutine is there defined outside your natural programming, like that copy code also can be defined outside your natural programming. You write some set of program into your copy code, and you call that copy code into your natural programming whenever you call that. Then there is a question. Okay, what is the difference between the external subroutine and the copy code? Okay, so what will happen is whenever you are executing a natural programming, okay, so you are defining the subroutines, or you define you put it as a copy codes and everything. What will happen is this will be get compiled along with your COBOL so a natural programming. Okay, so whenever you are doing the compilation, this copy code will get compiled. But external subroutine, whereas the external subroutine is nothing but where you can able to compile the module by itself. It's not necessary that you need to call the external subroutine from the natural programming. You can able to compile, you can able to make it as a what is that compile fee code. Okay, and you can use it anywhere. Okay, but whereas in the copy code is not, you can't compile a copy code by itself. So you have to call that copy code into a natural programming, then only you can able to compile the copy code. Suppose if any syntax errors or anything, okay, normally we have that syntax errors or anything will be there, so we cannot identify that syntax errors or anything in the copy code, okay, whereas in the external subroutine is nothing but we can able to compile that copy code by external subroutine. Copy copy code will be used in the within the program at the time of compilation. So that is the main difference between the external subroutine and copy code. So these are the 3 points is very important for the people who is preparing for interview. uh, Guys, any doubt on this one?
No, Baba, go ahead.
Yeah. Then we have that local data area, parameter data area, global data area. So there are these things are there. So I just compare between the here again compare between the COBOL and natural here how we define. Okay, so that you people can easily understand. So in the COBOL, what we do means we create a copy book. Okay, in the copy book you define all your data, local area database like. Working storage variable instead of saying that working storage variables are there, so all the working storage variables will be defined in your copy book. Okay, so what you do means you call use the copy book name in your working storage variable, so that you can able to call the all the variables which is defined. So the same concept is nothing but local data area. Okay, all the local variables which you are defining use in the natural programming can be created as a LDA, and all the definition can be done in LDA, and you call this particular LDA whenever you have the using the program, so it will get compiled along with your program. So LDA is nothing but just like our copybook in COBOL. You define all your local variables and it will be in a LDA actually. So that is the LDA. IDA is nothing but so the normally developers is nothing but we call ADA, PDA, and GDA. Okay, so we don't abbreviate every time that local data area. Okay, so PDA is nothing but parameter data area. So parameter data area is nothing but we have the concept called main program and subprogram. Okay, so from the main program we call the subprogram. Okay, and we need to pass some certain data into subprogram will give the output to main program. Okay, pass the data to back to main program. This is the concept actually. So I have a program called P1, okay, which is calling to N1. Okay, so why I said that it's a N1, as I said that subprogram is notated as a N actually. So P1 is calling a N1. Okay. Now what happened means I am passing a B, C into a subprogram like A equal to 10, B equal to 20, C equal to 30. Okay. In the subprogram, what I am doing means I am doing some calculation on that one. There's some addition I am doing that one. So I pass the ABC from the P1 into a N1. So N1 what I am doing means N1 I am taking as a 10, 20, 30, and I'm calculating as a 60, and the sum is I'm pushing back to main program as a sum equal to 60. Okay, that is how the concept of main program and subprogram. So how you are going to define the data? Okay, whatever you are passing ABC from main program to subprogram. Okay, so in the subprogram it should get received and it will get defined in the subprogram. So that is nothing but parameter data area. So parameter data area is nothing but which is defined within the your subprogram. Okay, which will receive the data uh, data from the main program into subprogram. All the parameters will get received. So that's why it is a parameter data area. Okay, so whereas the ABC is defined as a local data variables in your main program, and in the subprogram it is defined as a parameter data area. So same ABC will be defined as a parameters, and ABC will be defined as a local variables in your main program. And there is a something called sum. The result end result is defined within the subprogram, it will be passed to main program. So that's where the parameter PDA concept will come. So when you're using the main program and subprogram, that's where the parameter data area will come. and there is a something that global data area. Yeah. So the global data area is nothing but you define a one LDA. Okay. So remember that LDA or parameter area or local data area, the naming and functionality is different, but all the concept is just like a copybook concept on it, just like one copybook. Okay. But when you are choosing that variable, you are choosing that it is a parameter or whether it is a global data area. So global data is nothing but you define a copybook. Okay. You make it as a global data variable, and you define some column into that. A B C columns is that, so that those columns, this particular global data area can be used across your all the programs. So LDA or PDA can be used within the set of programs only, like main program or subprogram. Or IDA can be used in the within the same program or no multiple programs, something like that. Whereas the global data area is nothing but if you define the global data area, it can be used all the programs or subprograms anywhere you use that one. So that's why it is a global data definition. Then we have a called map actually. So here is a type of mistake. We should have defined as a m here. Okay, map is nothing but it should come as a m. So map, as I said that it's like a graphical user interface. Okay, so just like a CICS screen. Okay, how we have the CICS screen is there for online transactions. We have the same map concept is there in the natural programming, where we can able to define a map, use that map for the online programming. So that is the map actually. Next is the help routine. Help routine is nothing but HV represent as a H. So what is that help routine means? So if you see that you are working on the CSA screen or anything, you put the cursor over there. Okay. As a customer, as a user, I don't know what is that column. Okay. I just want to get some brief about that column. Then you click on F1. Then you give that. Okay. This particular column is the account number. Account number should be like a 10-digit numeric number. Okay. If it is a password means it should be in the combination of numerics, alphanumerics, these symbols like that. We will give some information whenever we are putting the cursor on the particular column. Okay, like that. Okay, we need to define, we can able to define a help routine. Okay, on the column wise which we are using in the map actually. Okay, suppose in my map, assume that this is my map. Okay, what I am doing means I define it as a name. Here you are entering. Okay, here password, something I'm just giving that one. Okay, now I'm a new user into this particular screen. Okay, so what I will do means I put my cursor over here on the name, and if I press the F1, okay, it will trigger a window. Okay, small window will come actually. The small window will show that okay, what this particular name and what are the characters you can able to use that in the name. Okay, so that is nothing but help routine. So you need to define the help routine, and you need to give the information what is required within the help routine, and you can call that a help routine in the within the map whenever it is getting used. So suppose if it is a password, so now I put the cursor on the password. Okay, I click on the F1. Then now it will give the small window saying that password is the combination of all the numerics, alphanumerics. Okay, it should be like 15 characters or 20 characters, some information we pass it. We need to give the pass, so we need to put that information in the help routine, and we need to tag into that password, so that as a user, if I click on the F1, I will get that help routine. Okay, so that information will come. So all the new users or business users who don't know about the functionality, they can able to, they can understand easily. So that is the main concept of, so that is the main concept of help routine. So any questions on this particular slide before I'm moving to another slide? Okay. So moving to the next slide. Okay, so in the next slide now, whatever the objects which I explained to you, which is there in the very detailed level. Okay, so what is the library? As I said that we have that libraries will be there in the natural programming. Actually some certain projects are still using a library concepts. Okay, certain projects are having the only one library, or certain projects have the multiple libraries will be there. So libraries is nothing but based on your functionality. What they will do is they will define a libraries within the mainframe environment, or the source code will be present in that particular library, like that. Okay, so how I can say, we have that folder concept is there, so how we create a folder and subfolders are there, right? So we have a different folders will be there. So each folder we have like a personal folders, personal photos, or office photos, something like that. We define the folders in the our laptop, no, like that. We have that library concept in the mainframe environment. Next is the subprogram. So subprogram, we know that concept of the subprogram. Okay, so no, I think so no need to explain about the subprogram. Okay, so subprogram is the piece of code, is a executable code which can be used or which can be called in the multiple main programs. Subroutine, as I said that subroutine is nothing but it's like a paragraph. Okay, paragraph in the COBOL. Actually equivalent concept is nothing but subroutine is nothing but paragraph in your COBOL programming. The paragraph, how you define the paragraph in COBOL programming, we define the same way in the in a natural programming. You put the piece of code under that paragraph. You can call that paragraph whenever you want in the COBOL programming, like that only. We have a subroutine. Okay, as I said that inline subroutine and external subroutine, and a copy code, how it, and a PF keys. As I said that PF keys are the help routine. So internal sequence number. So these are the main basic concept of the natural programming. So if you understand the brief about this concept, okay, it will be easy for you to understand how the program looks like. See that this is the pattern of the program. Okay, so how the natural program will looks like means, first is the define data. We, this is the three parts we define natural program. Okay, first part is nothing but define data, or and second part is nothing but control logic or inline subroutines. Okay, the logic of the main logic of the program, and the end of the program. End of the program is nothing but end statement. So this is the main three parts of your main program or subprogram or help. This is the main part will be there. Okay, uh, in COBOL we have a equivalent called stop run is there. What is the meaning of stop run? So the compiler, when it comes to the stop run, it will stop the execution of your program. Just like that, we have in a natural called end statement. If you see that there is a statement called end. Okay, when the compiler, when the compiler when the indicator is coming to the end statement, it will understand automatically saying that the program execution is completed by this particular statement. So that's why the end statement is there. So this is the how the natural programming looks like. This is the subroutine. Okay, as I said that, okay, subroutine is nothing but we can able to define a external subroutine. Okay, define variables, logic will be there, end will be there, and all the see that there is something that I just put the cursor over there after the end read. Okay, define subroutine and end subroutine. So what is this subroutine means in our paragraph? Okay, how you create a paragraph in your COBOL programming. Okay, like that we need to define a subroutine, we need to end that document. Okay, so each and every time when you open something, you need to close something. So that's why we have that end statement will be there. See, if you see that define data, end define. Okay, define subroutine, end subroutine. And if you see that read end read. Okay, if end if. Okay, every time if you open something, we need to close that statement, so that it will be easy to understand the other programmers. Okay, suppose I did some programming program. Okay, it has a 5,000 lines or 10,000 lines are there. Okay, how I can able to understand that each and every step means, as a as a programmer, if I do the programming language in such a way that understandable, so that other people can able to understand. So we need to start the read statement and the end the read statement. We need to define that one, we need to end that one, so that it will be easily understand that okay, someone or some person has been open the paragraph somewhere and close the paragraph somewhere, so it will be easily understandable. So that's why in natural programming it will be very important that if you open something you need to close that one. So that is the main basic programming. So this is the pattern of your main program or subroutine program. So any questions guys? Okay. So another thing is that see whatever we are discussing is nothing but these are the basic concepts of the nature. Okay, basic concepts are any vital concepts of the nature. If you understand these basic concepts, going forward the development of the natural programming very easy. Okay. And next thing is that natural programming. There are two types of programmings are there. Okay, when you define a module, okay, where you can able to define it as a structured mode programming or report mode programming. Okay, what is the meaning of structured mode or what is the meaning of reporting mode is nothing but so structured mode. As I said that here, if you see that define, okay, this is the structure mode of programming. So what is that mean means you have the data definition is there, you have the control logic is there, you have the end statement is there. In your program, you open something and you are closing something. Okay, it's nothing but is a structured programming. The way you are writing is nothing but structured. You are opening, you are closing. Okay, you are following all the patterns of your coding language and everything will be there. So that is the structured programming. What is the reporting mode means nothing but normally nowadays I don't see any reporting mode programs because all the programs are use the structured mode. But if you go and see some programs in 1970s or 1980s, there are some programs are there still in the reporting mode. What is that reporting mode means? Okay, reporting mode we not have this end statement. Okay, what we do means they directly define the subroutine and they will use that and they don't even close that. Instead of closing that, what they will do means they will put the push stop. Okay, push stop is nothing but it will be treating as a at the end of the your statement. Okay, so now what happened means I just open a if statement. I'll show you here. So a equal to b some right. This is the example of structured programming. You open some if and you close the if. Okay, now what happened is now what happened means now I didn't give the end if. Instead of giving the end if, okay, I am giving the full stop. Okay, so this is the report mode programming. Okay, so this report mode programming, as I said that if you see any code around the 1970s or 1980s, most of the programs are in the reporting mode, and whatever the latest programs are there, it will be in the structured mode. What we did means when I was working in my one of my projects, we have the code which is written in 1917 and 80s. There are many programs are there in a reporting mode. We have converted that reporting mode into structured mode. Okay, so the main problem with the reporting mode is nothing but the understandability and the readability. Okay, so understandability and readability. Suppose as a new user, you are new programmer, you are going and see the reporting mode program, you never understand anything. Okay, suppose if you want to do some analysis or bug fixing or anything, if you want to read the code, you cannot do that one. It won't get easy because you never know that from where the full stop is starting, where the full stop is going to end. So that's why there is a concept called structure mode is there. Okay, now if you see that I can understand that here the if is open, here there is a else is there and if is there. Okay, now it will be easy to understand. So this is the main difference between the structured mode of writing the code and the report mode of code. Guys, just give me 2 minutes break. Is that okay? I come back. 2 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, Bob.
Hi guys. So any doubt as of now?
No,
Yes. Yes, Bhaskar.
no, you're good.
Okay. If you don't mind, can I start? 1 minute. I spent 5 minutes here. Okay. Uh, can you ping your mail IDs here? Okay, yeah. Okay. What about other two people? I got only 3 mail IDs.
I think Shelman Venkat since 2010, right? I think they have to.
Venkat, if you don't mind, can you give here the mail ID so it will be easy to copy for me and add there.
For my I have given already. Murthy.mf@gmail.com.
Okay, Muti.mm. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I think Venkat
Bhaskar
since there's
Narasimha
another
is
one, right?
there.
Yeah, Shelman Venkat, another Venkat.
Narasimha.
Yeah.
Okay, Bhaskar. Shilma. Okay. Shilma, can you give your mail ID? Shilma. Okay, fine. Just give me 1 second. It's getting uploaded. Okay, no, it is fine. Guys, can you see that you got that notification and access to that folder?
Yes, Babu.
You got it right? Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So whatever it is there, going forward, what I will do is I will upload all the documents here, all the softwares or anything which is required. I will upload here so that you people can able to download. Okay, anything you can download that. Okay. So there is something at 1.9 9.1.c is there, no? What I'm showing. Just to download this and keep it ready for Monday. Whoever is here, just download and keep it ready so that it will be easy for us to configure the natural one.
Yeah, sure, Bobby.
Yeah, 1 second. I will add one more person. Just give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so I have added. So now we have seen that what are the basic concepts of adabas, sorry, natural programming. Okay, then we see that, okay, as I said, that the structured mode and reporting mode, and I will show you that, okay, from Monday onwards, so it is going to be like a practical type of training only for the basic things we are going to the PPT. Okay, so I will show you that what is this structured mode and reporting mode, how to create the structured mode and the reporting mode in the real time. I will show you that on the from Monday onwards. Okay, and if suppose if the people are working on the mainframe environment, okay, so this is the global, okay, global SM equal to on. Okay, there is something that command we need to give this particular command to switch from the one mode to another mode. Okay, suppose if you define by mistake, you define the program as a reporting mode, and you want to convert that program into reporting mode. How to do means we need to type global SM equal to on. Suppose if you define it as a structured mode and you want to make it as a reporting mode, what you need to do is you need to give SM equal to off. Okay, so this is the mainframe environment. So if people are working in the mainframe environment, this is the statement which you need to use. So I will tell you, assume that you are working on the mainframe environment. There's something at command prompt, it will be like this. Okay, you need to give global SM equal to on means it will convert structure mode. Suppose if I use, so this is a command prompt, global sm equal to off. So this is a vice versa. Okay, This will convert like this. Okay. So assume that this is your command prompt and you need to give this command. Just like you just put copy and paste it in your command prompt, it will convert your mark. So mainly the reporting mode programs. So why we use that means for the ad hoc purpose. So suppose a ad hoc purpose means you want to see some data in your adabas table. Okay, how much of data is there? How many? So you are working on some testing or debugging. You want to see that how much of data. You want to just execute some piece of code or something like that. We use reporting mode normally for the only for the ad hoc purpose only. Normally when it comes to the development activity, we should be in the structured mode. Do you guys feel any noise or anything? Just my voice is clear. So next we see that defining a data. Okay, as I said that what is the meaning of defining a data is nothing but you need to define a data in your natural programming so that your program can understand that okay these are the variables all defined in your program. Okay, and can be used within your program. So that is the defining the data. How it will be means. So any program, any natural program, it will start as defined data, and you need to define your data here. Okay, like this. I define a data, and I need to give end define. So this is the syntax of defined data and end defined data. Okay, so end defined data. So we see that in the practical area also how it will be. Just I'm showing that. So here, as I said that okay, we can able to create a okay I will compare with our COBOL programming working storage session. In the working storage session where we can able to define the variables with local variables as saying that 77. Okay, using the 77 I will define all the working storage variables which I am using as a temporary purpose in my COBOL program. Apart from that 77 variables, what I will do is I will create a copybook. Okay, I will define some of the variables in my copybook also using some level numbers. Okay, 01 or 02, 03 level numbers are there. So using those level numbers, I will create that one. Okay, I know COBOL also. Just like that, here also what will happen is so what we can able to is we can define the variables within your program, or you can able to define those variables within the natural programming within the copy code, just like idea also. Okay, suppose if you define the variables within your program, that is called inline data definition. Okay, how it will be means data of definition here. Now what happened means I'm just giving John hash name 01 hash. So if you see that I have defined these variables outside of my copybook. So that's why we call it as a inline data definition. So inline data definition is what you are defining within your program, which cannot be called or used in any other subprogram or subprogram. So that's why it is a inline one. So just is nothing but LDA and PDA and GDA. Okay. So LDA is nothing but local data variables. Now what I will do is I'm taking this one. now what I do is I have created one ADA, okay, and if you see that I have created one ADA, I have defined all these variables within the ADA. Now if I go to this program, okay, this is the program one. And guys, if you want, I can increase the font size. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, Bubble Bird.
That is fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
So now program one define data and define is there. Okay, now I have here also I just put the okay, now what I will do is I have defined the IDA. Okay, so this IDA can be used in multiple programs. Okay, just like our copy code. Okay. Okay, if you see that now what I am doing is I'll see that the difference between the program one and program two is nothing but the program one I define as a count as an inline definition within the program, and also you started to use your IDA. Okay, and in program two I just used my IDA only. Okay, so this is the difference between the data definition and IDA. Okay, just guys, just leave about the syntax. Okay, normally we don't define the idea like this. I just give an example to you. Okay, I will tell you that how to create ideas and everything. Okay, just for example I'm showing that this is not exactly, this is not a pattern how we can define a data. I'm just showing the definition difference actually. So LDA and PDA and GDA, so we have already discussed about that, what is LDA, what is a PDA, and what is a GDA. So LDA is nothing but local data area definition. All your working storage variables will be get defined in your IDA. Okay. So when it comes to the natural concept, so it's nothing but all your local variables will be get defined in your IDA. And PDA is nothing but parameter data area. When you are using the concept called main program and subprogram, when you are trying to pass the data from the your subprogram to main program, then we call it as a PDA. So here I have given the definition of the parameter data where you can able to see this also. So now the example, okay, I have a program. Okay, the first example is nothing but giving the program and subprogram. Okay, first is nothing but local area define local using the this is the ADA. So if you see that this is how the ADA will be there. And now what happened means coordinate. Okay, what is this coordinate? I will explain that. And the current I am just calling a subprogram. The subprogram, what happened means here in the main program, and just follow the cursor, I define it as a local variables, and here in the subprogram the same thing will be used as a parameter. So that's why the subprogram we call it as a parameter data area, whereas in our main program it is called as a local data area. So this is just like that call by value and call by reference concept. Okay. So now we are calling by the value or calling the reference is passed actually. So the whenever the reference is getting passed, okay, you are using the same ID name. We will try this example. Okay, creating a main program and sub program, and we can how we see that how the data is getting passed. Okay, so so that you can better understand that. So next is a global data area. As I said that the global data area is nothing but a copybook can be created as a global data area which can be used across all your modules. Okay, that is nothing but a GDA. We call it as a GDA. Okay, GDA is nothing but global data area. See, so this is the basic pattern of your Indian data definition LDA. Okay, now if you see that the first example is showing that define data are undefined. Next is the local. Local, I will tell you that what is the local. So next is nothing but one subtotal. So I have defined a subtotal. So this is a one is nothing but is like a group. How we have that level numbers in COBOL like 77, 66, some 88 level numbers are there, right? We have also some level numbers are there in the coding. Actually, I will explain that also. So what is the level number? How we can able to use the level numbers in a natural programming. And if you see that this is the Indian subroutine, first example. The second example is nothing but data definition using the LDA. So I use that local using the client PDA. So this is the LDA how we use that. This is the basic example. Now can you identify the examples? Can you see that the examples? So these are the basic definition, basic concept of natures actually. Next is nothing but record structure. Okay, the record structure is nothing but it's a just like our 11 number concept in our program actually in the COBOL. Okay, so how the record structure will be is nothing but we have the parent record will be there, child will be there. Suppose now I am defining as a 01 some customer data. So if I give that as a 02 is nothing but some name. So now I have given the two examples. Is there. One is that zero 01 and record, and another one is the 01 record started. So first two example is not but under the 01 I have given the 02 02 02. So what it is means when you define this okay, I'm talking about this example. So when you define like that, so your natural programming will understand that. So customer data is your parent group, and under that one you define it as a customer name, customer age, and a customer mobile number under the 01 level. So that so you can able to differentiate by giving this 11 number. Okay. So this is a 01 and 02 is called as a 11 number. So the maximum 11 number is nothing but 01 and another one if you give 02 and 0202. Now suppose now I am giving here. Okay, I am coming here 03. now if you see that under the customer name, I have given the customer first name and second name. But if you see the size, okay, in okay, if I give you the size here, if you define 02 as a A10, then 03 is nothing but A4 and A6. It should be 10 only. If you suppose if I give 7, it's a comparison error. Okay, you should not give like that. It should be the equal size. Otherwise, what we need to do means just we need to take out that A size A10. I'm taking out the A10, and now what is happened? Now I can give the A60 also. If you define the size here, suppose if you define the size here as a parent variable, the same size has to be followed. Okay, then it should be A6 only. Okay, suppose now here I'm giving A of 100 01 record. That means that whatever the variables which you are defining under the 01 record, you define 100 variables or 10 variables or one variable. Okay, the entire size like 10 plus 4 plus 6 plus 10 plus 10, all the things is must be equivalent to this 100, not more than the 100. It can be less than 100, but not more than the 100. If it is more than 100, it will give the comparison error. Okay, so this is the level actually record structure. Okay, and if you in the second example, now you can see that second example I just give as a 01 01 and 01. There is nothing but just take a is an individual, okay, individual variable, okay, individual local variables which I defined in my program. So that is how it will be represented as a record structure within the natural programming. Just like then it's a 77 in how we define the local variables in 77, like that we define it is as a 01 01 01 is automatically to treat it as a local variables. So see the example here. In the example I just created a client record. Under the client record I have defined it as a 02. So automatically it will it will define under the size, because for the client record if you see that I didn't give any size here. If I give the size whatever the 02 is there, so it should be equivalent to that size. So these are another example. So within the 02 we have a 03 is there, no? The same second example which I shown here. So this is how the record structure will be there, and we will see it on Monday that how we can able to define within the program. Okay. So from 20 onwards we will see it from Monday. Any doubts, guys? Any doubts or any questions? These are already uploaded here. You can go back and you can check it.
When is the next class?
Sorry?
Monday.
When is the
Monday.
next class?
Yeah, Monday. Yeah.
Okay.
So Monday means our Sunday, Bhaskar. Sunday night.
Sorry.
No. So it's US. It's Sunday night.
Oh, okay, okay, fine. Sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
Monday, Monday morning IST. So it will be equivalent to Sunday night actually.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. So can I close the session if there is no doubts?
Yes, Babu. Yes, Babu. It's fine.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day.
Thank you.